Welcome to the very exotic religion of Islam, where today, me, Arvind Sridharan, Richard Chen, Kishan Srikanth, and Michael Hash will be discussing the various aspects of Islam. To begin with, we have Kishan Srikanth discussing about the brief historical background and the major deities of the religion. Take it away, Kishan.
Islam is a monotheistic religion that is articulated by the Quran, which is a holy and sacred text of the Islamic religion, as well as the teaching of Muhammad, who is considered to be the last and greatest prophet of Allah. In fact, Muhammad introduced the Islam religion to a small city known as Mecca, but his ideas were unfortunately shunned away. So he took his ideas of the Islam religion and moved it to another small city northwest known as Medina, and his ideas were greatly and warmly accepted. Soon, he built up an army and basically took over the small city of Mecca. This early conquest expressed itself later in Islamic history, with the caliphates expanding the religion through conquest of the Middle East as well as beyond. The main deity of the Islam religion is known as Allah, who is the supreme and only God of the Muslim religion. The Muslim people believe that the creation of the universe, as well as every other small and materialistic thing, is coming from Allah, so they become close with the God.
Next, we have Michael Hash discussing the morality and the nature of time of Islam.
Islam treats the beginning of the universe and of earth in the same way that the Jewish and Christian religions do, namely that in the beginning there was nothing except for Allah. Now, after this, Allah proceeded to create all of existence in the ensuing 6 days, resting on the 7th. In one of these days, Allah also created mankind, Adam, in his image, and then, because Adam wished for a wife, created Eve from Adam. Now, this is essentially how humans entered into existence in the Islamic religion, and since then humans have propagated throughout the world to the point of where we are now. Now, Islam views the nature of time as being linear in contrast to cyclical. Now, in a linear time, there's a definite start, the creation of everything for 7 days, and not necessarily a definite end, as we can see in Islam, essentially eternity being the result. Now, we also see how Islam treats mortality in the afterlife, with repentance, faith, and good works being the necessary 3 parts of actually achieving salvation in essentially equal manner. Now, at the end of the earth in the Islamic religion, there will be a day of judgment, whereupon all the dead are raised from their graves and then judged before Allah on these 3 principles. Now, on this particular day, those that will be having been judged righteous will ascend into heaven, and those that will have been judged as unrighteous will be sent to hell. Now, this concept can also be seen in the predestination of Islam, with those who are righteous and unrighteous essentially having been created that way, instead of having the free will to make it up.
Next, yours truly will be discussing the venerated literature and the main prophets and founders of Islam. Just like other monotheistic religions, such as Christianity and Judaism, in which they utilize the Bible and the Torah, Islam also has its own venerated piece of literature, and this literature is known as the Quran. The literal meaning of Quran is a recitation in Arabic. It is the most holy and prestigious book of the Muslims, and is regarded as the highest authority in legal and religious matters. It is considered to be a complete guidance for all mankind as well. The Quran was revealed on Prophet Muhammad by Allah Almighty through the noblest angel Gabriel. It is a flawless record of Allah Almighty's revelations to Muhammad, and was revealed in the time of about 23 years, from 610 AD to 632 AD. At the year of the death of Muhammad, it is considered to be the only divine scripture in its only original form, and for this reason, the Quran can only be in one language, which is Arabic. And this is why we see that many Muslims who practice the religion of Islam only speak Arabic, and there are only that small few which speak other languages. Also, recitation is the fundamental idea associated with the Quran. The companions of Muhammad memorized his recitations in order to recite it to others, and thus creating the Quran, which can transfer this information to other people who read this book. The Quran was put into writing shortly after the departure of Muhammad from this world, and to protect it from corruption. But recitation is still highly regarded as well. Reciters are praised highly and given a special place in the Muslim committee who recite the Quran. The Quran is also divided into 30 paras of equal lengths. It consists of 114 surahs of different lengths in a range in order of the longest to the shortest one, with the exception of the Surah Fatih, which is the opening surah of the Quran. And each surah consists of ayahs, and the total number of ayahs in the Quran is about 6,666 ayahs. And finally, Richard Chen will tell us some about the major holidays and festivals and the many followers of Islam.
There are many holidays in the Islamic religion, including Islamic New Year, Ashura, Mawlid al-Nabi, Laylat al-Barat, Laylat al-Qadr, Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Adha, and most importantly, Ramadan, where fasting occurs, one of the 5 major pillars of Islam. Demographically, 23% of the global population, or approximately 1.5 billion people, are Muslims. Of those, an estimated 80 to 90% of them are Sunni Muslims, whereas 10 to 20% follow the Shiite sect. The majority of those belonging to the Shiite sect are located in Persia, otherwise known as present-day Iran. There are approximately 50 countries in the world today that are Muslim majority, and the majority of those countries are located in either Northern Africa or the Middle East. However, Indonesia remains to be the country that has the largest percentage of its population to follow Muslim.
Hopefully some of these facts about Islam that we have said today might help you decide whether to convert to Islam.